Hands on start for the listeners.
How's the wrist, mate? Not too bad? All good?
Yeah, it's coming along good. So it was nice to rest it for a couple of weeks and not pick up a bat or catch any balls. So it's done it the world of good and feels good, ready to go.
You gave it a fair workout out there in the net for a long time.
Yeah, it was good. It's always nice. The facilities up here in Brisbane, they're outstanding, and it was nice to be able to get outside and face a few of our bowlers. They're bowling really well, so they're all ready to go. It's nice to have Mitchell Starc back bowling the way he is. So hopefully some of the South African and West Indies batsmen are a little bit scared at the moment.
Just on that, he did warm up for the task, didn't he? He was looking pretty good by the end of that session, Mitch.
Yeah, he's looking fresh and bowling at good pace. So it's exciting to have him back, and hopefully he can have some success straight away. Or I guess pick up where he left off.
Steve, you're meeting in the South Africans, and of course it's been said about the last discussions about the pink ball, the test is in abeyance. Do you have a role in trying to convince them now to play the pink ball test?
I guess we can have conversations about it with some of the senior players in South Africa, but in the end it's up to both boards what they want to do in regards to the game. We'll just see how it goes from there.
Do you have a feeling on whether the test against them is one too many pink ball tests next summer? Like, you're the man in the middle, aren't you? You've been playing sort of way.
Yeah, look, I think it worked well last year playing the one test at Adelaide Oval. I personally believe that's the best place to play a day-night test match, but we've got the one at the Gabba this year, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I think we still need plenty of development with the ball to make sure we don't have to prepare a wicket that suits the ball with plenty of grass on it. So I'm interested to see how it goes, and hopefully it can be a success.
Is there any residual pain from that wrist? Is it still a little bit of bother, or is it all fine now?
No, it's all good now. So it's been nice to just rest it the last couple of weeks, and everything's going good. So I feel like I'm hitting the ball well. So hopefully some runs for me in the upcoming games.
So how's the Mitch Marsh and Glenn Maxwell looking at the game one?
Yeah, no, I think they're looking pretty good. Maxie's had a chance to recover, and I think he'll be fine for the first game. We'll wait till we get over there and the medical staff can assess him then, but I think he's tracking really well, and Mitch Marsh has been getting through his loads up here this week. He's been bowling well and batting well as well, so I think they're both going to be right to go.
Steve, what about cricket's search for the perfect helmet like this? The new requests for sort of upgraded safety, it always seems the players are struggling to find something that's really comfortable for them. Where do you feel the debate's at?
I think the helmets that they've developed at the moment are good. They're both, I think the Shrey and the Missouri are probably the two main ones going around at the moment. They're both comfortable, and I think they do a sufficient job. So I think the new helmets, you certainly feel a lot safer in them, and that's a good start.
Just one last one that people think. If the South Africans say to you, should we play this pink ball test? What's your feelings?
Yeah, I think it worked pretty well at Adelaide last year. I think that we're probably 2 mil of grass on the wicket away from it being a 4-day game rather than a 3-day game. So I think it's certainly a place that it can be successful. So I'd be happy to play another pink ball game at Adelaide Oval.
Do you have any concerns about playing the day-night test in Brisbane? And if so, what are the main concerns about that?
I think it's just a little bit different, I guess, with the ball and the humidity that quite often is around in Brisbane. So it could be very difficult for the batters, particularly if there's got to be grass left on the wicket. So I guess there's only one way to see how it's going to go, and we've got an opportunity to do that against Pakistan this year.
Fair to say that the players are a little bit less enthusiastic about two pink ball tests than Cricket Australia seems to be?
I think it's, Cricket Australia are obviously very keen to get as many pink ball games in as possible. I think you only have to look at the spectacle last year at Adelaide. It was absolutely remarkable, the amount of viewers at the game and on television as well. So I think it's certainly a step forward, and we have to keep improving as much as we can to make sure that game can survive. So I think it's a great game of cricket, and we've just got to continue to get it right as much as possible.
Do you see it as your job to sell the concept, or just to go with whatever they decide?
I think the players have to buy into it as well. In the end, we're the ones out there doing the job, and it is our job. So we have to make sure it's right for us. We want to win as much as possible, and we have to find a way to do that with the pink ball. It was obviously an amazing test match last year, and we were able to get over the line at the end, which was, I guess, the most important thing from my aspect. And we have to keep looking at ways to be successful with that pink ball.
Other cricket bodies around the world are embracing it too. It sounds like there's going to be more coming from other venues, England, India, and the like. So it's obviously being embraced in that sense.
Yeah, of course. They've obviously spoken a little bit about it. I don't think they've actually tested it too much in some of those countries, so I'm sure they'll do that over the next little period. And yeah, I think it looks like it's going to be part of the future. Playing maybe one or two tests of pink balls per series. So I think it's exciting for the game.
So that the squad to Sri Lanka, Steve, coming up, it's what are you looking for in that? Is there any, I guess probably turning decks and whatever, but that's coming up on the horizon. They're not far from naming a squad, I understand.
Yeah, it's obviously not too far away. I think with that, the batters probably pick themselves. They've been pretty consistent over the last little while and have been scoring big runs. So I dare say they'll pick themselves. I dare say there'll be a second spinner in the squad with the likelihood of wickets that are going to probably spin and reverse swing. So I think it'll be an exciting squad.
You've got half your squad, part of your squad coming from the IPL as well. How do you think they're going to sort of transition from sort of India into the West Indies?
I think they'll be fine. I think that the guys that have been playing in IPL have been performing incredibly well. I think David Warner's been outstanding this year. Finchie's been scoring runs. I think the guys they're in good form and probably looking forward to playing the 50 over form of cricket. And yeah, the West Indies is always a great place to play, and the Tri-Series is going to be a really exciting one for us.
Not concerned by the sort of injury load from the IPL. It seems to be quite a few recently in terms of Aussie players.
Yeah, well, they got themselves home to try and get themselves right for Australian duties, and I think that's great. I think I've always said personally that I want to be as fit as I can be to play for Australia. That was my sort of reasoning for coming home, and I guess some of the other guys are the same. So I think that they're putting their country first, which is really important from my aspect, and it's great to see.
Darren Lehman taking the tour off, so you've got Justin Langer in charge. So you're looking forward to the change, more differences?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously not having Buff around, but Alf's done a terrific job with Western Australia over the last couple of years. And it's been a while since I've worked with him. He was the batting coach when I first came into the Australian side, and he was a fantastic batting coach. And from all reports, he's been doing terrific things at WA. So I'm looking forward to having a different voice around, something a little bit different for the guys, and I think it's a really exciting time for Australian cricket to have someone of Justin's calibre around the group.
Just on Stark, how exciting is that for you as a captain to have that real genuine strike bowler back in your team, especially given, particularly in the World T20, you probably like that a little bit?
Yeah, it would have been nice to have Mitchell in the World T20. Obviously, he's the set of skills that he brings to the game. He knows what he's doing 100% of the time, and he's that sort of banker, I guess. So it's nice to have him back, and yeah, hopefully he can take up where he left off.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, no worries.